Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome to
Welcome,
the
welcome.
Sometimes Something podcast, episode number. Anybody?
94.
94.
Whoa, look at you guys knowing math.
94.
How's everybody doing?
Just peachy, actually. Thanks for
That's
asking.
good. That's good. We're missing Calvin again because yet again he's hard at work at our very special episode 100 coming up in
Yeah.
6 weeks. Because
Yeah,
that's how math works. It'll be a
Yeah.
lot of
coming up
fun.
there.
Some streams.
What's
Colton's
that
busy
binder,
over there.
Colton? Hold on, he
I was
just
just going to
That's
bring
forgot.
out some stuff that I've been doing lately. As
Colton's
Kate,
forgeries.
yeah, my
Okay.
forgeries.
Busy in the Pokemon black market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I've been making my money. That's how I survived out of work for almost a year. So I've been making
Wow.
the Pokemon TCG cards since there's like no way to actually make them, or sorry, to buy them at all.
Yeah,
'Cause,
like
it's
the
just
the phone cards, the TCG
yeah,
Pocket.
Right.
yeah,
Okay, I didn't actually realize that. So all that
yep,
art is all special just to the phone. There's
yeah,
no
just
interesting. That's kind of cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I've just been making them for fun. Been giving them some to friends if they have like a favorite Pokemon or something, and making some for my little brother because he's a big Mew fan. So
You're gonna start
make,
selling them on Etsy.
probably not. Oh, actually, yeah. Once you get a decent enough of following on Etsy, you get stricken down pretty quickly. There are
sure.
a lot of like
Oh,
yeah.
it's okay because that's like against the right. I didn't even
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
100%.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Well, especially
isn't
just
there always
Nintendo.
stuff like that on Etsy though? I feel like there's so much just rip-offs
There
of.
I,
is.
I, I feel like if you do like wood carvings or like things that like look like the cards, maybe you can get away with it. Or even if you do
Yeah.
like the cutouts of the card and make it like kind of the 3D looking, maybe you can get away with it. But straight
Yeah.
up just kind of making
Mm,
what looks exactly like Pokemon cards, maybe you get a little stricter.
right.
Yeah. There was other even like I was buying custom phone cases from this one person at one time, and I tried to check it out on them again, and their store was closed down. It could also be just coincidence, or they were not making them anymore. But
Right.
I've seen other like card specialty places as well being shut down as well. I just know, yeah. Well, as we all know, Nintendo's pretty strong with their IP. So if they see any of their work being forged, they'll be like, "Fuck you,
Yeah.
no." So yeah, but yeah, I've just been making them for fun because it's nice to
Cool.
just I don't know do something artsy, get away from the computer. Also, yeah, just make something
How much time does it take
fun.
for you to make one?
I'd say now, like I've gotten pretty good at it now. I'd say about like an hour to two, hour to 2 hours to make one
For
card.
one card.
Yeah, and it is pretty
Damn.
time consuming. Like you have to strip, you have to strip. Because I've been buying a lot of these like these cards. Can't get to them. Just trying to find like specific
Mm.
ones that have like a nice foil.
So
And
do you take that foil off?
yeah, so you strip it with acetone,
Oh,
and then you'll like then
fancy.
it'll look this, like this, where it's just a complete blank foil.
Oh.
And then you print the actual design on like this transparent paper, so that it'll just stick on like a sticker, and then you use a specific like oil-based pen to block out areas that you don't want to have like I don't know if you can see this Mew, but you see
Mm,
like the back side or the front side. Oh shit.
no,
So the Mew right now is that in the areas I don't want it to be shiny, I like use a pen. So
I get you. I get you.
Oh, interesting.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a
and
Gotcha.
little
then
bit, quite a bit
In
to
my head,
that.
I
Yeah.
thought you were just printing these out on shiny paper and sticking it to
no,
an old Pokemon card.
no. Well, then yeah, that's the last step, and it's a pain in the
Right.
ass. But yeah,
Cool. I didn't know it was as involved as it is.
yeah, it's definitely a process for sure, but it's fun. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Good to have little hobbies like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys, do you have
Yeesh.
any hobbies that you want to pursue as you have some downtime coming up soon?
What?
Mm,
What downtime?
Don't you guys have downtime coming up soon? I guess not. Oh
we
wait,
have a
no,
long
never mind.
weekend this weekend, but or I
Is there
do.
what?
But I don't know. No, I'd like to film more stuff, but that's kind of related to what we do. It's not that different of a
Yeah,
hobby, but I'd like to do that more.
that's
I've
true.
been getting
That's
into the
what
music again. It's just fun.
Oh yeah, nice. You have
Ooh.
to. I want to
Yep.
hear what you've been working on,
Yeah.
jamming on.
Saw a lot of noise.
Nice. That's what we like to hear.
But yeah, it's good for you. Good for you. I need something that's away from the computer too, but
Yeah.
it's hard. Every time I try to look for something, I'm like,
Just play Balatro on your iPad on the couch.
that does not count, Kate. That is such a bad.
Okay, play it
I think
outside.
you have a
on your
problem
iPad.
there.
How about
Play
that?
Belatra outside. Okay, yeah, that's the.
I did go through a phase. Can you check how?
You say
many
that like the
hours
phase is happening. Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, it was.
Basically.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm glad I
were you
can't
s-
ease. Can you tell how much time you've spent on an app, like lifetime? I know you can do like screen time for the
Ooh.
week.
Let's see.
I don't know.
What
Might
can you
be.
do?
I'm sure on iPhone is probably or
It's
your
gotta be right.
iCloud is probably stored somewhere.
Yeah, 'cause I'd like to
Yeah.
know that number. That's where I put in the bulk of my Balatro time. Is on my
Right.
phone and iPad.
I'm glad.
I think that's.
not super
I was just
bad.
gonna say it's another reason why I haven't downloaded or started playing Balatro because I know I'm gonna be addicted by it. So I think that's why I've also decided
Yeah,
to
no,
not
it's
start.
smart to
It's
nip it in the
That's
bud
good. No, you
before
gotta
it
play
before it happens.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's worth it.
it is. It's, the thing is, it's only worth it after you've like played it to the max, and you're like, okay, now I can take breaks. You know, now I can go
Yeah.
without it for a couple hours.
Yeah, you
And
get
then
your
come
high
back
and you're
to
like,
it.
all right, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Because you kind of end up doing the same runs over. You know how to get your high score, and then
Yeah.
you kind of just do that over and over again. So you do that, and you're like, all right, well, that didn't pan out. I'm good for a bit. I don't need to. I know how to get there, so we'll wait
Yep.
till I need another high.
Until one new Joker comes, and it's all gonna
Oh, spice it up. That's got to be soon, right?
has to
Hope
be.
so.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I get you though, Colts.
Right.
That's why I won't play like WoW or something. Not until I retire. I won't play any.
No, yeah.
Any what do you call it? MMOs,
MMOs.
until I'm retired.
Yeah,
That's
those
kind of
things
my-
just suck up your time.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't. None of those games have ever clicked with me for like
Okay, yeah,
long
good for
to
you.
draw me back. So thankfully, otherwise I probably would have gotten sucked into God knows what. It probably would have been RuneScape if it did catch on, but
Mm.
alas, it didn't.
Oh yeah.
Thank goodness.
Speaking of, we got a new trailer for it though, for the new Runescape
Yeah.
Wildlands, Dragonlands. I forget.
I haven't
It's
actually
like
seen
their
the trailer
new.
yet.
Yeah, I
Let's
sent it
see.
to the chat earlier, but it's just the
Dragonwilds.
what are those types of games called? Just resource gathering, building like huts and bases. I forget the actual. Just gathering resources, fighting monsters, fighting mobs, building your base. Um,
Cool.
So
I
they
see a lot of
definitely-
paintings.
so it's just kind of it's nice to see that they're. It's funny though, like in the actual
Looks pretty.
trailer itself, they're saying, "Oh, we're moving to a completely different continent in the world," and then there's still a lot of similar or not similar, but they're literally the same characters and
Oh.
mobs that are in like the normal continent. Or it's just they're there just for the sake of you
Yeah,
know.
you gotta see the
It's,
recognizable things.
Yeah.
It's out now, right? Early access.
I
is
think
out now?
early access. Yeah, actually, I'll look into downloading it. We could try it
Yeah,
out.
let
We
us
could do it
know.
on the stream.
Oh yeah, I like that. All the menus are very RuneScape still. That looks
Yeah.
familiar, like the UI and stuff.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Kind of fun.
Very
See if
cool.
it's decent enough. We can pursue that later.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll try it out. Or is it free? Is it free to play?
I think it's free.
We'll definitely try it out.
Yeah,
Very
it's new for
nice,
like
very
the world in
nice.
gaming. I know there's a lot of like updates for I know the what you call it, the Warhammer game got a major update. It was
Oh,
like
Dark Tide.
not
Or
Dark Tide,
Space Marine.
the Space Marine. Yeah, they got like a Terranid update. I still haven't played the game yet because I was fuck. That was over.
Gotcha.
Has it been almost a year now since it's been out?
No, it was in like September, wasn't it?
Okay.
I think I don't remember. We bought it. We played it for an hour once, and then that's all I've played of it.
Oh wait, really? I thought you guys went pretty hard with it. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll have
I
to pick it
didn't,
up then
I don't
soon.
think. Yeah.
See, that's pretty new with it. And yeah, that's all I could think of for games that have kind of jumped out at me. I know that the Ryan Coogler for movies, the Ryan Coogler movie, the vampire one that's coming out, is getting rave reviews. So it's
Oh,
going to be on.
Sinners.
Yeah,
Sinners.
Sinners.
Oh,
That's
that
going to be
trailer
fun.
looked amazing. Yeah,
The trailer looks
Yeah.
awesome. I remember, where did I see it recently? I saw the trailer in theaters, and I was like, yeah,
I saw the
that's
trailer.
going
I
to be
think
enough.
for Mickey 17. I went to see
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
I think
that's what it was.
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so I'm
definitely
like,
want to see that one.
yeah, it's getting
That's
really
out
good
this
reviews. So.
this week, right? I have to go check it out.
Yeah.
I think so.
Speaking of Hollywood productions, we all watched The Studio
Oh,
on Apple
Yeah.
TV. What are you guys' first impressions? Because I'm glad you guys told me not to look at anything before watching it. Because I didn't even know about the show, but it was a nice little pleasant.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how quickly I got invested too. That was
Mhm.
I was pretty early on in the first episode. I was like,
Yeah, no, I love it.
in it. Yeah.
They really do just throw it in. It's not like they don't give a bunch of backstory. Like, oh, here's the backstory about this executive guy and how he wants to be this. It's just like it literally like in as he's being promoted to dream job, but then just go. Like, all right, cool. We get what's going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty. I like their. How much of it is improv? Do you know? Is there a mix?
I have no idea.
I'm assuming there's at least some of it. But like there's a lot of those like interactions that they're just kind of like real. I really like the Wonder episode. That's still my favorite one.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
that
there's
was
so
cool.
many. There's so many little things they would say. Like the one that stuck out to me the most is when they're like sitting down on the chairs and they're joking about wanting to be done. Like, oh, maybe you wouldn't have hired me if I did this, and everyone's like laughing, ah ha ha, with like that fake laugh. And the producer's going like, no. It's it's like it's like I've seen this exact conversation at work
Yeah.
many times. Like this is it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, that was
It's
a
loud.
cool episode. A Wonder shooting a Wonder.
Wonder.
It's just
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that premise alone was neat.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's one episode. It's the notes of like them trying to cut.
yeah.
For those spoilers, for those who haven't watched the show yet, it's the one with
Ron Howard.
jeez, Ron Howard. Thank you. It has a specific shot or sequence in his film that is just incredibly boring to the audience and to Seth Rogen's character. And I just I've heard, at work I've heard those notes where like, oh, we got to cut this thing out, or like we need to change this, we need to fix this. And even though it may not to be to the extent of like, oh, this is incredibly boring, or this is just not enjoyable, but I've heard things where it's like, this isn't working, we need to do this, and then I would hear notes where someone tries to do an extra iteration of something, and it still isn't up to par. And I've had those back end talks or messages where it's things aren't up to par. So it's just kind of funny seeing that in other areas of film, kind of thing. And I know it's a satire, so they probably have those kind of sort of conversations all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of funny how it all blends together.
Yeah. I think it's funny too that like everybody agrees on it, but everybody still
Yeah.
like kisses their ass because they know it still like ends up being the
Yeah.
one guy's job to
Yeah.
tell him. They're like, oh, I'm not gonna tell him. Like you gotta tell him.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. Very
But
good.
yeah,
Very
it
good.
does make me want to go on set.
Yeah.
really
That's
wanna-
yeah.
Oh gosh,
I always
yeah.
wanted to.
Kind of
Even just to visit and just watch. I just want to watch.
Yeah.
I feel like I would want to be on like 3 sets before, like if I had anything to do in any capacity, like
Yeah.
any actual involvement, just to like watch and be like,
That's
Yeah,
true. With less response, yeah, a little bit more.
yeah, just to be a
Just to
good shadow.
observe, you know.
Yeah.
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 And just see
Ask
everyone
you a
who's
question
stressed.
occasionally. What do you think of this color? But
And then some PA will be like, "Who are you? What do you want? Go away! You're in the light. The gaffer needs to take this thing down in 20 seconds, and you're in the way. Move!"
yeah, that's why Fred Savage yelled at me. Yeah, it's my life
Right.
story. It's my peak.
That was
Wait,
yeah. How does
what?
it feel that that's your moment of fame, Curry?
Yeah, that was my my legacy still to this day.
I hope he
Here's a
still
shot.
thinks about you.
I hope so too.
So every once in a while, it just remembers you. What did you do again? You
I was
stepped
just
on
in the
something?
way.
You're just
I
in
was just I was doing the witness cameras. And I was
Nice.
just in I was just in the shot or something.
Fred Savage called you out.
Yep. Yep.
Boy, what would you do, Car, one day for the podcast? You show up and we get Fred Savage just to yell at
I
me.
guarantee you he does not remember me. There's no chance.
Mm.
There's no chance. That was
We'll prep him beforehand to remind him, and then
okay.
tell him to remember.
Yeah, I remember that one milk commercial you were shooting. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, we'll do. How about your camera stuff, Cade? Like, I know you've gotten some new pieces. You're showing us photographs of.
Yeah, I just did. Just filming some tests out around my parents' house on the weekend.
Nice.
Nothing,
Yeah, I want to see those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Cool.
maybe next week I'll have them. I gotta grade them
Do
and
some
stuff. but
ingesting. Yeah.
yeah, it's nice. This is the first time I've used my ND filter too. Because whenever I've done like shoot video or like since I got like my newer lens, I just lock it to 24 frames per second, and then I kind of tweak stuff around that just to get proper motion blur or whatever. But it's always just looked like so shitty or whatever because I can't. If it's usually been bright out when I tried doing stuff, and it's just it's like almost impossible to get it exposed right.
Right.
But now that I have that, it's like it's not too bad.
Nice.
But it also definitely makes you realize, especially like outside in like the sunlight, how much goes into like lighting a shot outside where you don't think about it, but they like probably most of the time have a giant like blocker over what they're filming and then having exactly the light they want on the characters
Yep.
to
Read
control
all
it.
those flags out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yep.
It's a lot of work.
Yep.
That's why animation is where it's at.
There you go.
Best
CG.
medium. Yeah. No, it's cool.
Actually, there was some new film stuff that I did see. Did you guys ever watch Prey, like the continuation of the Predator franchise?
No, I never
Is
did.
Prey the sequel or like the spin-off?
Sequel spin-off. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
premise is that it's just the Predator is fighting the
I watched the Red Letter Media on it.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the movie.
Different time period, different casts, based fighting on the Aboriginals, and everyone was always saying in the comments of like Reddit posts or just any fandom where it's like, oh, imagine if we could have the Predator fighting samurais in like feudal Japan. What if we had the samurai or had the Predator fighting like Vikings or whatever? Just different time periods and different types of groups fighting the Predator would be really interesting to see. I'm like, oh, that is kind of cool. It keeps the franchise fresh. Different whatever scenarios could be kind of fun. And lo and behold, there was a recent
aliens?
drop.
That'd be pretty cool.
You're a little late on that one, sorry.
We could make two of them.
Oh fuck, shit! But no, they made like an animated anthology series of different of the Predator.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, that dropped I think just yesterday.
Yeah, trailer came out, right?
And it's by the same director or writer or whoever was affiliated with Prey. Also directed it as well. So
Right.
Cool.
Oh, this is like a 3D thing.
yeah, it looks cool. It's very Arcane-esque
I was
looking.
gonna say,
But
Yeah.
looks
Yeah,
neat.
looks pretty cool.
man, this 2D style is like here to stay, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
I prefer it. More than the whole
visually interesting.
Yeah. And now I'm curious on like where this direction will go when it comes to studios trying to use AI more as well. Because you can only kind of get so far with this style and AI, other than like the obvious, like keeping it pasty and the simple up close shots and stuff.
Right.
But like a lot of what makes this stuff sell is pretty complex, like smear frames and timings and your all that
Right.
stuff. Not much data to really.
They'll just hire an intern to smear between AI frames.
Yeah, well then at that point, it's gonna probably look like crap, but
Garbage. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, this is cool though. This is cool.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is, I think this kind of stuff will keep, keep
Yeah.
the
Costs
just
tradition
down?
alive.
To,
No, keep
keep-
yeah, like
yeah.
I think there's gonna be a demand.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, this looks cool. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I will watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Speaking of shots, I have a couple shots
Oh yeah,
from
time for shot spot.
movie. I think Colton. I think you watched this movie, right? It's in theaters recently. Black Bag.
Yes.
Steven-
I love
Steven
that movie so
Soderbergh's.
much. It was great.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it too. But I wanted to talk about, I don't know what filter they have on or what lens they have, but it was one of the bloomiest movies I have ever
Yeah.
seen. Like where
Yeah.
it looks pretty in like stills, but like it was almost like kind of
Yeah.
distracting when you're watching it, where you're like, it's like, are my eyes watering up? Like, why is every light like just insanely bloomy? It looks pretty. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't think I've ever seen anything that bloomy in like every shot. Like, so it was like here in like the night time with like the candles where it's super bloomy, but then
Yeah.
even in another whole sequence just in daylight. So I don't know what filter they had on there or whatever, but
Yeah.
definitely kind of a unique.
Looks like someone went
Unique
crazy with the the expo glow.
It does, yeah, but definitely in camera.
It's definitely in camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. No, yeah, no. I need to watch the movie. I haven't been up to date with films.
Yeah.
Fun.
You
I
guys
think this
need
one
to-
might be out on digital now as well. If you want to check it out, but it's good.
It's a good spy thriller, espionage kind of. It's fun.
Yeah,
Good writing. Very fast, like
Yeah,
tongue in
lot
cheek
of-
kind of.
a lot of dialogue heavy movie of trying to figure
Nice.
out who a person is, kind of thing.
Yeah, these lights are just like it's a little overbearing, but what show? I'm trying to think of another show that did something similar to this, but it worked. Mm,
Yeah, like
I'm blanking out
hate
right
it.
now, but yeah,
It's just it's
even like the
kinda-
amount of lights on this table right now, it's kind of like is this? The thing is, it is distracting, but it is. I wasn't so focused on the set itself because I was so enamored by the characters themselves.
yeah,
Just chit chatting. So it was, the story took over, so it wasn't
Yeah.
that bad. Yeah.
Kind of examples like this are actually kind of interesting because you kind of see, when you do take a full CG frame or an animated frame,
Mm-hmm.
a lot more thought goes into. I mean, I'm not saying that there isn't more thought in,
Yeah.
live action, but like you will noodle every single ping of light to
Right.
be, towards a story, not distracting or.
yeah.
I mean,
Let's
well-
have like the ones in the center of the table not bloom as much, so we can bloom
Yeah,
more to
yeah.
draw more attention here. Like
Right.
the ones on this end of the table, like we don't need people looking there. Let's turn those ones down by 3 stops or whatever.
Yeah, you'll get stuff like that, but in camera, this is it.
Whatever it is,
the style.
is yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure they lit everything properly how they wanted as well, but like
Yeah.
there's that restriction kind of like gives it that magic a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It is
that was
yeah
cool.
interesting to see too, just looking at these, how the red lights really do like separate them out from the room. Like the whole room's pretty green, and it doesn't even seem like these candles reach the outer room, so it really
Oh yeah.
separates
Yeah.
them that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
nice.
point. Could be some DI magic as well.
Mhm. True.
Could be.
There.
It could be.
Yeah, cool.
Very
I'll
nice.
check out the movie. I need a good
Yeah, I recommend it.
good spy.
I
movie.
am-
Sounds good.
No, yeah, it's fun. I am curious though. Are you guys? I know you guys weren't Harry Potter fans, but there was
Yeah.
like a major drop. Okay, my bad. No mistake. There's a major drop of a bunch of actors that are that have been cast.
Yep.
And I'm curious if it has been enough time, or has been long enough.
To make Snape black.
Not no, Jesus, no, long enough to make a remake. Do you guys feel like it's been long enough?
Like,
Because I'm
no,
looking at it and I'm like,
but
it just didn't feel that long ago.
I think only reason I think so is because we've already seen remakes of things sooner than that.
Oh, I guess yeah,
But,
you're right. Fuck, we just had How to Train Your
yeah,
Dragon, right? Or about to have it.
even
Oh, right.
Moana.
Oh,
And
yeah, I think also one thing that will help it as well is it being a series rather than a movie or
yeah,
movies. I feel like they could
that's true. Yeah, that kind of does change.
right.
do it differently, or like have maybe potentially. It'd be interesting to see if they do more or less than what was in the movies. Where, because if they do, like, if season 1 is book 1, then that could potentially be like 10 to 13 hours
That's
of
true. Yeah.
stuff, which could be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm kind of on
we'll
both
see.
sides where I'm like, it seems too soon, but also like I'm like, I'll still watch it. And
it'll still be, I guess, yeah, a different enough for the book fans.
yeah,
So yeah, I guess it makes sense. Makes sense, too.
Plus, you can do more of the series. I feel like
That's
you
true.
yeah,
fit in some more things.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious about
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably skip it unless it's like revolutionary and people start
Yeah.
talking about it like it's Game of Thrones or something.
yeah.
Right.
I skipped that one too still. But, yeah.
Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. I'm sure it will be.
Yeah.
It's HBO, right? HBO. They're known for
Yeah.
doing their good,
Or Max, I think it's called
good
Max.
stuff. Oh right, yeah. Sorry, it's HBO.
I'm really not a fan of that choice. Because
Yeah,
the Max
I don't.
part isn't the memorable part to me, but
And it's still HBO. Like, it's the streaming service is called Max, and like that's the parent thing, but it still says HBO like at the beginning of like The Last of
Oh.
Us or like White Lotus, and like even the article I pulled up is HBO reveals cast, so it's
okay.
like HBO
Okay,
is
so
still
it's
very
just
much
the
a
app.
thing.
It's that. Oh yeah, it's like how Apple calls. Technically, it's not Apple TV. It's just called TV. That always throws me off.
Oh,
Like
like the
technically,
app.
according to
Uh,
Apple, it's not Apple TV. It's just TV.
Right.
So, but you kind of have to. You have to
Yeah.
add Apple to it to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what they're doing there. I see what
But
they're
then
doing.
you say it's streaming on Max, but it's
Yeah, we were HBO.
Still
We use
HBO.
Max. Go watch it
Yeah.
on Max, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because it was like combined with like Discovery Plus or whatever. It's weird that HBO didn't become like the name of it. Like
Yeah. I
somehow
don't know.
what they thought. No, Max. That's everybody
prob-
knows Max. I don't know. It's weird.
We can't be. It was probably literally a multi-million-dollar 3-month discussion with a bunch
Yeah.
of
Probably so many
people.
board meetings like, so this is the
Yeah.
why. We've looked at this demographic. We think of this and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I like to get. I'm now picturing that they have this whole thing. Like that's why we think it should be called HBO Max because it has the max of everything we have. And you're like, Max. I like it. Let's go. No, HBO
Yeah.
Max. No. I think Max is it. Okay, great.
My name is Max. Like I like that. Yeah.
Probably.
I named my dog Max. Whoa, so it's
Yeah.
oh,
You know what?
People
I don't
associate
know
with the
many
good time.
Maxes.
I know a few.
Do you?
Maxes.
I don't know many Maxes. I think I only know one Max.
HBO Max.
Yeah. Is that one of those names that's fallen out of
yeah.
style? Like,
I know, like I knew two in high school. I know one now. I know one as a coworker recently. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not
I only know one Max, and he's German.
not many Maxes.
Interesting.
Interesting. Well, that is our show, folks. We hope you enjoyed it to the max, and
Yep.
we will see you
We'll
see you
later
next week
on
for more
Netflix.
maximum
Good.
fun.
yeah,
And
Discovery Plus, Disney Plus.
Discovery Plus, all the pluses.
So is the
Eventually
Max?
be-
Is it? Hold on, because we're talking about We're talking about like arithmetic operations here. We
No,
got
we're not.
max. We got
Oh, plus.
we got
Equal.
plus. We're gonna have sums. Who's gonna HP?
Sums.
Variables.
Hulu,
Is some
Hulu
going to be like a
sum.
package of streaming services, like
Hulu average.
the average?
Yeah.
All right, that's our
Right.
show, folks. You should have
That's
left when we said bye the first time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.